We think time is stealing our lives, but the real thief is much quieter. It hides inside our mind, not time, but the noise within. What we all need is silence, not the silence of sound, but the silence within. These words of Thich Nhat Hanh are a doorway. In this video, we will step through that doorway together and discover what lies beyond. We live with the feeling that time is slipping away, that life is running too fast, and we are always behind. But if you look closer, you will see it is not time that steals your life. It is the noise within. This noise is subtle. It does not shout. It hums quietly, like a radio that never turns off. Even when you are not listening, it consumes your energy. Imagine this radio inside your mind, always on, switching stations, work, memory, fear, desire, never silence. This is the true thief, not the passing hours, but the constant chatter that fills the space of your being. Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Most of the noise we hear comes from the constant chatter inside our head." He was pointing to the real prison, not time, not sound, but the mind's agitation. When you wash the dishes, your hands touch the water, but your mind is already in the email you need to write. When you drive, your eyes are on the road, but your thoughts are already at dinner. When you talk to a friend, your ears hear the words, but your mind is somewhere else entirely. The thief works this way. It steals not your time, but your presence. It steals the only life you truly have, the life that is here, now. Our minds are like a mirror covered in dust. The dust is made of thoughts, opinions, news, worries, endless fragments. With all this dust, the mirror cannot reflect clearly. Silence is the cloth that cleans the mirror. Each moment of silence wipes away a little dust until your own reflection appears again. But silence is misunderstood. We think silence means emptiness. We think it means boredom or loneliness. Society has taught us to fear silence, to fill every gap with noise, music, scrolling, notifications, conversation, as if silence were a danger. Yet silence is not absence. Silence is presence, the presence of clarity, the presence of potential. Science whispers the same truth in another language. At the most fundamental level, reality is not solid. The electron is not fixed. It exists as a wave of probability, pure openness, pure possibility. The universe itself is built on a foundation of silence. Your mind is the same. On the surface, waves of thought rise and fall, restless, chaotic. But beneath those waves lies the ocean floor, vast, calm, unchanging. Silence is that depth. It does not move. It does not age. It simply waits. This silence is not something you create. It is not something you achieve. It is already here, beneath the noise. Every moment you touch silence, you return home. Think of how much energy is consumed by the invisible thief, the endless commentary inside, a voice that analyzes, compares, judges, remembers, anticipates. This voice pretends to protect you, but in truth, it keeps you trapped in circles, round and round, days, months, years, and then, one day, you look back and realize it was not time that disappeared. It was presence that was stolen. Thich Nhat Hanh called silence a kind of medicine. He said, "Without silence, life is not possible. The mind becomes a restless forest, full of noise. Silence is not about cutting sound. It is about cutting identification with thought. The birds may sing, the traffic may move, the rain may fall, but inside there is stillness. When you walk in the forest, notice the trees are silent, yet they are fully alive. When you sit by the ocean, notice the depths are silent, yet they contain infinite life. So too, your being is most alive when it rests in silence. It is not time that steals your life. It is the noise within. The tragedy is that we mistake this noise for who we are. We believe, I am my thoughts, I am this voice. But are you? If you can observe a thought, then you cannot be the thought. If you can listen to the voice, then you are not the voice. You are the silence beneath. This is why silence feels like freedom. Because in silence, you remember, you are not the thief. You are the space the thief cannot touch. The modern world feeds the thief. Every notification, every headline, every advertisement whispers, more, faster, now. And we run, always running, until one day we collapse. Not because time ran out, but because noise consumed us. To resist the thief is simple. To stop running, to sit, to breathe, to let silence rise. 5 minutes is enough. Silence is not luxury. It is necessity. Just as the body needs oxygen, the heart needs silence. Imagine for a moment, if your inner radio could be turned off, even for a few breaths. Imagine the space that would open, the weight that would lift, the clarity that would appear. This is why Thich Nhat Hanh said, silence is essential. We need silence, just as much as we need air, just as much as plants need light. The thief cannot survive here. In silence, the thief disappears. What remains is your true life, not in the past, not in the future, here, now. Now, let us not just speak of silence, let us step into it together. You do not need a perfect posture. You do not need a special place. Right where you are is enough. Simply sit. Allow your body to be as it is. Gently close your eyes and take one slow breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel the air entering your body. Feel the air leaving your body. This breath is your anchor, the simple rhythm of life itself. Always here, always faithful. Now, allow your awareness to rest on the breath. The coolness of the air as it enters, the warmth as it leaves. Do not try to control it. Do not force. Just notice. Your mind will wander. This is natural. Thoughts will appear. Memories, plans, fragments of conversation. The thief will try to return. When you notice this, do not judge. Do not resist. Simply say, silently, I see you, and return, gently, to the breath. Each return is a victory. Each return is freedom. Each return is the cloth that cleans the mirror. Imagine your thoughts as clouds moving across the sky. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to hold them. They drift. They dissolve. And behind them, the sky remains. Vast, open, silent. This sky is your true mind. Unchanging, boundless, always here, waiting. Take another deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Notice how even one breath, fully lived, carries peace. For the next few minutes, simply remain here, breathing, observing, returning. Nothing to achieve, nothing to force, just allowing silence to reveal itself. Now slowly, bring awareness back to your body, the weight of your hands, the ground beneath you, the air around you. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. This is silence, not something you created, not something you forced, but something that was always here, beneath the noise. It is not time that steals your life. It is the noise within, and every return to the breath is a way of taking your life back. The silence you touched is not fragile. It is not limited to meditation. It can walk with you. It can breathe with you. When you wash the dishes, you can wash them with silence. The warm water on your hands, the sound of the plate, the simple presence of movement. Here, silence is alive. When you drive, you can drive with silence, the hum of the engine, the rhythm of the road, your awareness resting in each moment. No need to be already at your destination. Silence is the destination. When you speak with a friend, you can listen with silence, not rushing to answer, not preparing your reply, just listening, fully, deeply. This is a gift, because silence is the space in which true connection blooms. In our world, silence is rare. Every space is filled with music, with notifications, with conversation. We have forgotten how to be unoccupied, how to simply sit and breathe. But silence is not the absence of life. Silence is the fullness of life. When you touch silence, you discover a new rhythm, slower, softer, yet infinitely more alive. Science now confirms what Thich Nhat Hanh always taught. Each time you return to the breath, the brain rewires. The circuits of fear and anxiety grow weaker. The circuits of clarity and calm grow stronger. Silence reshapes you, not in theory, in biology. So carry silence with you. When you open your phone, pause before scrolling. When you step outside, notice one breath before walking. When you enter a meeting, sit for a second before speaking. These are not big actions. They are small openings, tiny doorways, and through them, silence enters. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. But attention requires silence, because when the noise is too loud, the joy of the moment is hidden. Silence does not demand you to escape the world. It invites you to live more fully in it, to notice the sunlight through the window, the taste of food on your tongue, the sound of your own breath. It is not time that steals your life. It is the noise within. But each act of silence is an act of reclaiming. Each breath is a return. Each moment of awareness is a homecoming. This is how silence becomes not just a practice, but a way of being. Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Silence is essential. We need silence just as much as we need air, just as much as plants need light. Silence is not absence. Silence is presence. It is not empty. It is full of clarity, of peace, of life itself. Time does not steal your life. The noise within does. But silence gives it back. The world may not change. The noise of society may remain. But when you touch silence, the way you see the world changes. And in that change, everything is different. So I invite you now, not to chase silence, not to grasp it, but to return to it, because it is already here, beneath the thoughts, beneath the noise, waiting for you. Take one last breath, inhale, exhale, and remember, silence is not something far away. It is your home, always here, always waiting. The thief is not time. The thief is noise, and silence is your freedom. If these words touched you, allow them to dissolve into silence. Carry that silence with you into the next moment. And if you feel called, walk with us again. This journey of awakening is not about adding more. It is about returning to less. Less noise, more presence, more life.